Hello. So if there's something that we all have to do in our lifetime, it's work, unless if you're rich, of course. So we all need to work for money. But what do we need money? We need money to pay off the things that we need, like our bills, food, activities we want to do. We just need money to get by. But not everybody starts in the same point of life, where some people have the benefit of having more money and some people are just born into worse situations. And so this brings me into the topic that I wanted to discuss with you guys today, and it's the fight for 15 an hour. For those who don't know what this is, it's a protest ran by a group of people, typically who work in minimum wage jobs, who are fighting for the right for a minimum wage for at least $15 an hour in California, and they're trying to make this a nationwide thing. And so when I first saw this, I thought, wow, that's really nice of them. They want to support poor people and give them more money. But then I thought about it even more, and I realized there are negative consequences if you raise up the minimum wage. I'm not saying this for the rich, but I meant this for the small businesses and everybody else. And so this brings me into my first point of why I'm against the fight for 15. The first reason is going to hurt small businesses. And in the first article I found is, think all businesses hate raising up the minimum wage? And this is by the Economics Policy Institute. It basically looked at the statistics and the results of what happened when they did raise up the price to $15 minimum in California. And yes, while it did benefit some of the people in that state, it had shown to have negative consequences. For example, for like the small mom and pop shops, say you're an employee, the employee would potentially would earn $15 an hour now, but then that'll also result in them getting less hours. So it's like counterintuitive. And so this also brings me to the fact that 90% of businesses in the United States are small family businesses. So it's not that they're super big like McDonald's or Walmart's. These are just small businesses that are trying to get by to provide for the whole family. And so if you really think about it, opening up a business, it's already hard enough. You have to take the risk of losing all your money. You have to pay everybody else first before you even earn any money. And so by them raising up the $15 minimum in California, although it might seem like a little thing, it hurts small businesses already. And so this brings me into my next point about the cost of prices will increase. And so in the source that I found, $15 minimum wage will just substantially raise prices by James Shirk. He basically goes through all these studies that was conducted about what happens when they raise up the minimum wage, and it has shown that by them raising up the prices of their products by 10%, business sales drop by 8.1%. And so you're probably wondering, why are they raising the price of products? The thing is that when the businesses raise up the minimum wage to pay these employees, they don't have enough money to pay everyone, so they need to find a way of earning extra profit. So by doing this, they need to raise up the prices of their items. And so take an example, like a coffee shop. Say you pay like $5 each day for coffee, and then they raise it up by 10%, that's $5.50. Over a whole year, that's an extra $182. And yeah, for some people, it might not seem like a lot, but 50 cents a day stacks over a long time. And so just because you raise up the minimum wage, there are also going to be there's going to be negative consequences. So you raise up the minimum wage, they're going to raise up the price of living and prices. So it won't really help. And so this brings me into my third point, which is this will result in more dropouts and less people in high-level jobs. And so I found this study by Alison Doyle, and it showed like the pros and cons of raising the minimum wage. And so I found these two interesting points about what happens is that the first reason of why it's negative is that it would result in more high school dropouts. And so you might think about it, it's not that bad, but the thing is that with more high school dropouts, you have these students and they're working in like these small jobs like Market Basket or some like McDonald's. They're like, oh, I'm earning $15 an hour, I'm good, I could pay off anything I want, I have money, I'm happy. But they don't think about the long term. And so they don't realize that education is meant to give them a job to earn more money. And so when you raise up the prices of minimum wage, you have these young people thinking this is all I need in life. And so it will also result in them not wanting to pursue higher level jobs. And so with that, not only do you have less people in higher level jobs that are needed, you also have these people that are at lower level jobs, and it creates a problem because what about the future generations that need those jobs to build up their skills for future jobs, you know? And so this brings me to my last point of why I'm against the fight for 15 is that it will just result in the firing of millions of people, of losing their jobs. And so I found this study, or the source, by Forbes, and it's thanks to Fight for 15 minimum wage, McDonald's unveils job replacing kiosk machine. And so basically what happens is that McDonald's, they got so fed up of these people in California complaining about, give me 15 an hour, give me 15 an hour. They just install these machines where you can just go up to it and be like, yeah, I want this burger, I want this side, I want these fries, and that's it. And so this is a problem because while you have these big businesses, they don't really just care. Instead of just giving into the demands of these employees of what they want, they're just going to fire them and put a machine. And so I feel like there's a disconnect between the business and the employee because for all this, there's a cost of operation. And for those who don't know, it's like this is a thing for businesses where they try to maintain all prices where like everything has to be up to here and what's left over, we use it for profits. And so the employee, they think like the business owners just want to profit for themselves. But while it is that, it's not that the business owners want to pay minimum wage, well, some of them do, is that not all of them can afford it. And so, yeah, I feel like the Fight for 15 is targeted at the big businesses like McDonald's or Walmart, where they have the money and they could afford it. They don't realize that it also affects the small businesses and everybody else. And so this brings me into conclusion. I'm not against people earning more money. I really encourage people to work harder to get more money and to have a better life. Is that I feel like this fight for 15 could have detrimental effects which will affect our society in a bad way. And I just wanted to spread some light on this and just change the perspective of how you guys perceive this movement. And that's all. Thank you.
Mañana vuelve.